New Supercharge levels are being added in the update alongside magic snacks to help your attacks. Let's tell you everything you need to know, starting with building superchargers. Beginning at Town Hall 16, you can supercharge some of your maxed level buildings. I'll go over all of the supercharged buildings you can have with this update, but the supercharge will give a temporary buff to that building, and they last until a new upgrade is released for the building that you supercharged. Likely that's going to be when a new Town Hall level is released. So these upgrades are smaller than regular upgrades, they don't cost as much or take as much time, and they're essentially to extend the end game content so that you have something else to work towards other than walls. Starting with the Expo, this is the first building that you can supercharge. You can see supercharging to level 1 gives you a damage per second increase that is 10 million gold. And by the way, gold pass perks in terms of cost and time reductions do apply to the supercharge buildings. And as you can see, getting supercharge level 2 here is actually cheaper than it was to get supercharge level 1. In this case, adding just 100 extra hit points to the Expo. Given that we can expect Town Hall 17 at the end of the year, there is only 6 defenses you can supercharge in this update. So alongside the Expo, we have the Inferno Tower, Scattershot, Tesla, Builder Hut, and Mortar. All of these only have 2 supercharge levels, because the stat increases are for the hit points and the damage per second. For one of these levels, it costs a little bit more loot, but the upgrade time is slightly shorter, and then for the second overcharge level, this is reversed. We can also supercharge the collectors, but these have 3 levels of supercharge, because we have the capacity, production rate, and hit points that get a buff in stats. For the gold mines and elixir collectors, these are relatively cheap and just a couple of days to upgrade. The Dark Elixir Drill is a little bit more expensive, but still not too bad due to the supercharge levels being smaller upgrades. One thing to note is that it's not just an individual building you can supercharge. You can supercharge all of your Inferno Towers, all of your collectors. If a building itself can be supercharged, you can do that for every one of those buildings. I do like that the supercharged buildings have the animation, which is built up every level as well. It makes them really easy to identify in a multiplayer attack. But with the tactical overview, you can even click the supercharged building, and there will be a lightning bolt displayed for each level of the overcharge. So you can clearly see what the level of your opponent's defenses are. But remember, when a new level for the overcharged building is released, so for example, when the Expo level 12 is released, the overcharge levels would be removed from your Expo. Moving to the magic snacks though, you can think of these as smaller magic items that only last for 24 hours. They will be available in the upcoming treasure hunt event, but they are designed as a way to reward players who attack daily. That's seemingly why once you gain one, it will expire if you don't use it in 24 hours. I'll explain what each of the magic snacks do, but once you gain any of these consumable items, they are added to your temporary storage, which you can see as a button at the bottom right of the screen. When you click that, you can scroll through all of your available magic snacks. Your items are sorted by the expiration time, meaning you will see the ones that are going to expire first, and then you can scroll through and see all of the others that you have. So let's just show you how to use one of the items first before we specifically go over what each one of them does. As you tap one of the items, it gives you a brief description. So the first one here, Clan Castle Cake. A sweet deal, add 3 reinforcements to your clan castle for 12 hours. Tells you when it's going to expire, and when you use that, you can see that it is active and the timer is now ticking down. Whether you are on the game or not, this 12-hour timer is going. You can obviously press the little informational tab to remind yourself what each one of these snacks do. Should you gain another magic snack of the same type, you can use this as well, and it will basically add on to into the timer so you can stack multiple of the same magic snacks together. It is just that if you gain one and do not use it within 24 hours, then it will be consumed and lost anyways. But not all magic snacks give you a set time when you use them. For example, Power Pancakes, a hearty meal that boosts troops, spells, and siege machines to the maximum level for your town hall for the next 3 battles in the home village. Notice how this will always be there until I do those attacks. I can use another Power Pancakes to stack on top and give myself 6 battles of this boost. So you've already seen what the Clan Castle Cake does. It acts the same as raid medals, by the way, so you don't have to actually send a request. You can just constantly fill your Clan Castle for free during the time period that you have. The Power Pancakes act like a power potion, but for 3 attacks rather than being time-based. It does appear on the developer build that friendly challenges do not count towards your Power Pancake boosts. There are 4 other magic snacks that you can get though. Firstly, we have the Training Treat. This means that your troops, spells, and siege machines instantly train for either 20 minutes or 10 battles. And it's pretty cool how it works because you can see there is just a 100% training boost. So as I press the Electro Dragons, it just says instantly trained. They go straight into your army. Exactly the same happens with your spells, siege machines, etc. And as soon as you've done your attack, you can instantly train the next army, but they probably added 10 battles so that you couldn't just force close over the 20 minutes and gain a bunch of loot. As a side note, you can fill your war CCs in no time, so if you have this, help your clan out. Next up, we have the Mighty Morsel. This one boosts your heroes, pets, and equipment to the maximum level for your town hall for the next 3 battles. We now have a way to get your equipment to maxed. I still think we need to have an option where we can test out equipment so we can gauge which ones we want to put our ore into, but at least this now gives us the option of being able to attack with maxed equipment. Should you have a pivotal war or CWL attack, this is going to be very useful. Then we have the Study Soup, boosting your laboratory research by 4 times the speed for 1 hour. Once you use this, it is instantly active, so make sure you use it when you do have a research going. Very similar to the soup, we have the Builder Bite. This one boosts your builders by 2 times the speed for 1 hour. This is only in the home village and it does not apply to the apprentice builder. Now, I really like all of these. I think specifically if you're jumping on to do a bunch of farming attacks, they will be very beneficial. At first, the 24 hours I wasn't quite sure of. I think it keeps it very simplistic, but until we know how frequently we will be getting these items, it's hard to know whether that is good or not. However, the team did say they are a way to reward players who attack daily. So I'd like to think we get these at a decent rate, but again, they will be introduced initially for the treasure event later in the month, and I will bring you all of the information for that as soon as we're allowed to bring a sneak peek video. If you did miss sneak peek number 1, I have that linked on your screen. Enjoy the rest of your day.